Here we are from the field inside NRG Stadium. The Texans have a victory. Texans beat the Titans today, 26 points on the scoreboard. All of them are Houston's for the third time in franchise history. They held the other team scoreless. That's it, 3 times in Texans history. Then last time I was here, it was also the Titans. Titans had Rusty Smith at the controls that time. They had #1 overall pick Cam Ward at the controls this time, and it was a 6-0 game headed into the fourth quarter. Obviously something the Texans have been talking about for the last 3 weeks, and nothing but one-score games. And through 15 quarters, even the 3 today, it was still a one-score game. Had not been able to finish, had not been the team making the play at the end of the game to finish the game. 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter for the Texans, and more of the nothingness for the Titans to close things out. Monster game for Danielle Hunter. 2 more sacks on his ledger. That's 4 in 4 games this season for number 55. And again, finishing the way the game started. They did get 2 field goal misses, makeable in both cases from Joey Sly, but essentially they just kept getting the Titans off the field. The third down defense, the first 2 weeks for the Texans, not particularly good. Their third down defense inside the AFC South, the last 2 weeks, significantly better. And honestly, they dominated the game from one standpoint specifically, and that was time of possession. They only had 16 more plays than the Titans, which is actually a pretty sizable number, but 38+ minutes of time of possession allows your defense to be fierce, fresh, and finish. Azeez Al-Shaair talked about that at the end of the game. A couple other guys were asked about that. We'll dip inside the locker room here to hear from some of the Texans on finishing this game, getting out to a lead, playing from in front, and a little bit of a, we have a win.
Obviously, you look at the time of possession as a defense when you're only on the field for basically a quarter of a game. You know, I think at one point I'm looking up and it's like 29 minutes to 13 minutes. Like that's elite when you talk about just not having to play 70, 80, plays a game. It just completely changes the tempo and the energy. And then we already have that swarm mentality, so it just fueled us even more. So that's really shout out to the offense with that time of possession.
At what point do you recognize and take note that it's a shutout and you want to complete it?
When the game's over. I mean, I think every play you just keep playing, and I think my coach, Coach Billy, he says it's just one play at a time. So it's like he always has this mentality where it's like whether we won or lost the game, there is no play that wins or loses the game. It's just the play, like what happened in that play. If we were 4-0 and we came in there and watched the film, it's like on that one play, did you win the rep, did you lose the rep? That's all that matters. So that's kind of like how it is for me and the guys just in the game. It's like you're not worried about the score, you're worried about this play. And if you win this play and you just keep winning the plays, that's what you can see, a scoreless game.
What did you do well as a unit to allow you to finish the shutout?
Just get off the field on third downs, got takeaways, got a lot of pressure. I mean, it was one play I didn't even know. I had no clue what happened on the play because it happened so fast. I think it was Danielle or Will or somebody. I know it was one of those guys that got back there so fast. I genuinely did not know what happened on the play. I didn't know what happened. It was so fast. But I mean, just combine all those things, and that's winning football right there.
With the common thread most of these last 3 weeks being to finish, to put 20 on the board and keep them off the board in the fourth quarter, is that what y'all have been striving to do, essentially?
Yes, sir. I mean, like I said, it's a week-to-week league, so there's fundamental things that can win or lose you ball games just throughout the league. And when you talk about what some of those things are, it is getting turnovers, protecting the ball, time of possession, and getting off the field on third down and good tackling, and we were able to do those things.
How much does Sting fighting through to get through this game and help you all out?
Man, a lot. I tell Sting all the time, I treat him like a linebacker. I know he's a corner, but he got some mindset like a linebacker, and I think that's just being around his dad and being around his family. His dad got that mentality, like he always stays on him, and Sting, he got the mindset of a linebacker, so that's my boy.
I know it's week to week, as you mentioned, but after things that go your way the first couple of weeks, just how much of a relief is it to get one win home?
Man, every single week. Like I said, I mean, I know it sounds redundant, but it's the truth. Like, I wanted this win just as bad as I wanted the first one and the first 3. So, to actually do it, obviously, is the part where you're like, yes. But now it's like, all right, you got 24 hours tomorrow. We got to get on to Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? So, it's obviously a blessing. You got to take the wins because when you do it right, you need to make sure that like, hey, that's what we're trying to strive for. But at the same time, it's like our goal now. Got that one. Let's stack some. So.
But how, to that point, just mentally for you guys to get that first win because the expectations were so high coming into the season?
Yeah, I think nobody's expectations is higher than our own for us. So it is obviously important because at the end of the day, you know, when you look into December and get into January, that's where all the things that happen throughout the season kind of stack up. And you don't want to be one of those teams that you're trying to scratch and claw and hope that this team loses and that team ties and, you know, all these crazy scenarios when you could just handle business right now. So that's what we definitely need to do. So it is obviously a big deal that we won the game, no question. That's what we're out here working all week for, to win the game. So you're right.
You touched on it a little bit. How much easier is it to play defense when the offense scores? You guys have a lead.
A lot easier. And even when they weren't scoring, I think it was 6-0 for the until like the fourth quarter, I want to say. It was more so time of possession. I think them not scoring, that's fine, you know, because we know as a defense, if we don't let them score, then it'll just be 0-0 the whole game. But you know, I think the big thing is staying fresh and the offense, even just getting the first down and then getting the 3 and out. Like at the end of the day, if you can control the clock, you know, and you're not out there playing a million plays as a defense, it's just going to make you be able to play better, be more efficient. You know, you look at those guys over there, I don't know how many plays they play, but just like I said, seeing that time of possession where it's 30 minutes to 13 minutes, like I don't want to be the defense on that side for sure.
It means everything. I thought we went out and we played tremendous defense today, man. I think we just execute the fundamentals. And that's the type of defense that we knew we had. I think if we can keep doing that every week, everybody being on the details, and just flying around having fun. I feel like that's the most energy that we had on defense so far this year, man. If everybody just being free, flying around, having fun, and executing the game plan.
How much easier is it to play defense when you guys you have a lead throughout the game?
Yeah, it's good, man. But then, like, at the end of the day, we say it's all about us. I thought offense did a really good job, man, of coming out the gate, swinging, man, and to see their preparation throughout the week, to see the way that CJ commanded that offense this week, man, I knew good things were going to happen this game.
The result seems obvious, but did you feel like you played a cleaner game, better tackling game, those things?
Oh, most definitely. I think yesterday night, Coach Nico, we do keys to victory, and that was one of his biggest things. He was like, man, let's secure tackle, man. Let everybody get to the ball. One guy punch at the ball, second guy come in and get the tackle. So, like, we just got to keep progressing, man, and keep everybody swarming to the ball and just getting these tackles down, man, and just making sure we're executing.
So the word finish you keep using, was that the word finish? Would you apply that to today?
Most definitely. I think that's been our thing, like, since the first game of the season. Like, how much relentless strain do you have to finish and leave it out there on the field?
You always have high praise for Sting, but to see him thug it out the way he did and make a play, just what did it mean for this defense to have him step up?
Yeah, that's SEC football right there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to LSU, but no, man, like Sting, man, he's a competitor, man. He's the best at his position, man, and he wants to keep showing everybody every year why he's the best, and to go out there and do something big like that, it's no surprise on why he did it.
Will, last one.
We'll do 2 more.
You and Daniil, are you kind of inspiring each other the way you kind of envision that to go?
Yeah, most definitely, man. Daniil's been great, man. I'm super proud of him, man. Showing up, man, like, I always get chills when I talk about Daniil. A big smile come on my face, bro, because you don't see a guy like him like in this league at all, man. The way he finishes, man, the way he approaches, the way he prepares throughout the week, man. It's no wonder why you see what he does on Sunday, man. And I'm just here, man, following in his footsteps, man, and just trying to soak up as much knowledge as I can from a guy like that.
How important was this game for you guys, just mentally, to just?
Very important. It's like we had a saying, like, let's not leave here without it, man. Like, if it ain't a dub on your mind, man, then we don't know what you're here for. Like, if you're winning that on your mind, like, what we here for. So, like, I feel like everybody took that mentality today, man. It was like, man, we got to leave here with a W, especially in our house.
Offensively, it wasn't a great game for this team throughout. It was a great afternoon statistically, quite obviously, for C.J. Stroud. Just 6 incompletions, nothing to the other team, 2 touchdown passes, and hello, rookies, how you doing? Woody Marks, a score. Jaden Higgins, a score. Then Woody Marks, the final score. 2 touchdowns for Woody, 1 through the air, 1 on the ground. Spectacular big plays from him to close out that second drive with the catch and the run to close out the final 38 yards of it. Had over 100-plus yards on his touches today. A couple of catches, 50 yards through the air, another 69 on the ground. Woody Marks was already on his way to becoming a bigger part of this offense. A little bit of a 50-50 split this last week against Jacksonville, a little less of a 50-50 split today as he continued to emerge as more of a threat in this Texans offense, and that was on display today. So back inside the Texans locker room to hear from Woody Marks and a couple others on the offense, Tae Ersery, for this team to get it done offensively. They really haven't found touchdown, offense in a rhythm until the fourth quarter of today's game, scoring 3 consecutive times. They visited the red zone twice today. They scored touchdowns twice today. Their first red zone touchdowns of the season for the Houston Texans offense.
It feels great, just coming out. We obviously got the dub, so I can kind of celebrate it. So just getting the dub and then just let it keep going on.
We talked to you before about your versatility being an all-purpose back. Is that, in your opinion, is that kind of a prime example of what you can do?
Yeah, just catching the ball at the backfield, making the defense kind of don't know what you're gonna do. He can run it in between the tackles outside. He can catch the ball in the backfield. I think that's a big plus for the offense.
I'm sure scoring your first touchdowns in the NFL is something you've thought about, like maybe when you were a little kid. What's it like now that you've had these moments?
Oh, it's amazing. Just going out there scoring, then turning around, see all the guys happy. Actually dropped the ball, and Nico was the first person to give it back to me. So just shout out to Nico. So it was.
How did you prepare for this week's performance as opposed to previous weeks? Like, did your preparation or your practices differ in any way meaningfully as opposed to the weeks past?
I'll say it all been the same. Just buckling down with the O-line and the receivers, just coming together. We've been slacking on offense a little bit, so this is just a start right now.
Woody, how does it feel, you mentioned the slacking on offense, how does it feel to be such a big part of, kind of fully putting it together today?
It feels great. Just knowing that I know what we're capable of. Being here from OTAs, the training camp, going out there to Greenbrier, I knew what we was capable of, and we just had to show it, and that was the pregame speech.
What do you feel like you bring running between the tackles? We do focus a lot on the pedigree, catching the ball, but is that something else that you think maybe an underrated aspect of your game?
Yeah, I'll say it's underrated. Just guys think I'm just a pass and catch back, but I got power back too, so I can carry a couple guys for a couple yards. So that right there.
What was the biggest difference overall with this offense today versus the first 3 weeks?
Penalties. I'll say penalties and not get behind the chains. That really led us to going down the field, driving down the field, playing the clean game. So it was penalties.
I feel like today we was moving the ball, we running game, blocking well, pass game. Everybody was complete on both sides of the ball. I feel like in order to do that, you got to win, So I feel like we all took care of business, got the dub, and no better feeling than that.
Nico, how would you describe what Woody did for your team today?
Yeah, just playmaker. You get playmakers the ball. We know the type of guy Woody is. He make plays in the biggest moment. And you seen what he did. We all seen it. He's a playmaker, man. But we got to continue to go, continue to climb, get ready for next week. And we all got to make plays, if we want to go where we need to go.
Did you make sure he got that first touchdown?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Him in here, I got to find that ball so they can put the tape on it, get their date on it, touchdown number, that's a memory, So I keep all my footballs, you know what I'm saying? Because one day this game going to end, you're going to look back like, yeah, that's just what happened on this day, So I made sure I got the ball from them boys, man, but happy for them, 1,000%. We got to continue to build, get this dub, celebrate it. Let's get ready for Baltimore.
I'm sure you've been asked, but did you introduce yourself to Legarius today?
I ain't really introduced myself. I don't talk much on the field. But he was there. He knew the type of guy I was Wednesday. But I respect him 1,000%. I was out there handling the business, take one play at a time. He gonna talk, it's part of it. But I'm just trying to make a play for my teammates, and got the dub, and that's the only thing I was really worried about. Most importantly.
How essential was this win for you guys? How essential was getting this win today for y'all?
Oh, it was big time. 0-3, back against the wall, home field advantage, division game. It's a lot in there, So I feel like for us, man, just taking one play at a time, not making the moment bigger than what it is, and go out there and get our swag back, man. I feel like that's what we did, all 4 quarters. So, like I said, man, I'm happy that we got the dub in the home game, division game. So let's get ready for Baltimore next week.
Was there a difference in the whole offense? Is there a difference in CJ, either, both?
Is it a difference?
Yeah, did you feel like that?
Today?
Yeah.
Man, like I said, I feel like we just got to get our swag, man, and that confidence is real, Once you get plays clicking and get groove, that's an offense clicking, that's a real thing, It's hard to get on track when you make a good play and hold it, now it's 2nd and 20, that's hard, It's hard to get your confidence, hard to get in the groove, But I feel like we stayed on track today, which is a great thing, but I feel like there's always room for improvement all around.
Is that what happened in the 4th quarter, finding your rhythm?
Yeah, for sure.
Now that you got your swag, like what specific things do you want to take away from this win? Like, what do you want to build on going into next week?
Just continue to win. I'm sorry. Like I said, man, this league not easy. Everybody great in this league. We got to continue to win, continue to keep going, and take one game at a time, one play at a time. You know, we know what type of team Baltimore is. We're on the road next week, but you know, it's no better feeling than going out with these guys, man, back against the wall. Go out there and have fun.
We got the dub. You know, next week we want to go 1-0 again. So it was a great opportunity for us to go out there and really just keep going as an offense, show what we're really capable of, and I feel like we went out there and did that.
As an offensive unit, when you see a guy like Woody, who you guys know what he's capable of, but for him to really be able to put that on display with 2 touchdowns today, how does that make you guys feel?
Man, it gets us fired up. It's really refreshing to see him get in that end zone and turn up, because I know how hard he works and I know how hard we all work, and just puts a smile on our faces as the O-line.
What was the offense feeling in the fourth quarter as you kept putting the ball in the end zone?
Put the game away. Defense is doing a great job the whole game, giving us the ball back, giving us opportunities, and our job was to go down there and keep scoring and keep at those guys.
Did you talk about that at halftime, about maybe you didn't put enough on the board in the first half and then needed to change in the second half?
Coaches kept saying we're doing a good job. We just got to keep putting our foot on the pedal. Like, we were just so close on some passes here, some runs here, and I feel like the second half we just took advantage of the opportunities.
2 scores for Woody, 1 for Jaden. Is that rookie class pride?
Nah, yeah, hey, coming to light, man, coming to light. I'm blessed, man. I get to sit back and watch these guys.
What did you feel clicked this week offensively? Like, what did you feel came together specifically there in the fourth quarter?
I think just the leadership, the urgency to get better. The whole week we had a great week of practice. And these guys, man, you know, they got families, so they put the hard work in, man. Like, you know, they plan for something, you know. And Coach always said, you know, think about something like who you playing for, what you doing this for. Like, let that motivate you to go out here and execute.
We focus on one game at a time. You know, when we play another division opponent, they're always important. Every game is important in this league, so we're focused on one game at a time. And I think when you big scale things too early is, you know, when bad things happen. So I'm just 1-0, trying to get 1-0 every week.
Congrats on the win. In terms of how it was orchestrated, this seemed like more like what Nick Caley and you guys have been talking about how you wanted to manufacture drives and run plays. Would you agree with that, and if so, why?
Yeah, I thought Kels, you know, did a good job of mixing it up, you know, run, pass, play action, misdirection. And I think at the end of the day, it's all about execution. Like, he can call anything. We got to go out there and make the plays work. So I thought we handled it better today with, you know, route detail, me being good on my reads. And, of course, it's never perfect. Like, there's plays that we always want back. But I think the overall big picture, we kind of hit that point this week in this game. So I think we're going forward, and that's what you want to see.
Got time for 2 more, y'all.
Hey, CJ, you have taken some hits this year, well, since you've been in the league. But today you took a couple that seem, at least to the naked eye, kind of significant. But you seem to really battle through like you have been. Can you talk about your resilience and being able to withstand that and keep punching it?
I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, I don't know. I remember, I don't know if I ever told this, but my dad, I remember we were at this basketball game when basketball practice. I was really young. I was probably like 7 or 8. And I remember I got hit somewhere, like probably in my face or something, and I was on the ground, like looking for attention, kind of. And my dad, he gave me a new one, like told me off. And I needed it, and since that moment, since I've been a little boy, I've always kind of like remember that moment and always try to, you know, it's not like playing tough. Like, there's a difference between being hurt and injured. Like, I think I can get pushed past being hurt. Being injured, like, you can't play. So, yeah, that point, that always kind of my dad's voice kind of always just, you know, rings in my head, and every time, like, I'm just like feeling, they hurt. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, I don't know. I just think it's something that is kind of instilled in me by my parents, by God. I don't know. It's just something that the spirit in me that I don't know. I don't like quitting. But yeah, I just thank you for seeing that. I don't try to like, oh, I'm tough, because I don't think I'm that tough. And I lift a lot of weights with Clint. Shout out Clint and Mike Eubanks and our strength staff.
CJ, you all were able to get the offense rolling today, but can you just talk about how good the defense played on against that Titans offense and being able to shut them out?
Yeah, our defense played amazing. of course, it starts with Azeez, his play calling with D'Amico. Thought they did a great job of, mixing coverage and stunning with the D-line and things like that. Man coverage was sticky. Kamari played a great game. Kalen, all the guys in the back. I thought MJ stepped up and did a great job. But, yeah, I think, like, when you hold a team to 0 points in the NFL, like, that's big time. Like, that doesn't happen a bunch. So, yeah, shout out to them boys. They're doing a great job. And, I'm very grateful to have a defense like that.
How much do you think a win like today, where you guys took care of business on both sides of the ball, was really a decisive victory? How much do you think that can help the team moving forward and as you try to build momentum for the season?
Yeah, that's the game plan. Every week is play three phases of football: special teams, offense, defense, and try to play as one. I thought today was a right step in that direction, but got to go do it again. That's the thing about the NFL. You got to forget your failures and forget your successes, and try to just move forward. And it's hard to say, but it's easy to say, but hard to do. And we got to be able to just do that, flush this, and go move on and try to win another game.
So now what maybe many pointed to as the biggest test of the early portion of the season. The off week now looms in week 6. Before we get there, off of this win, a trip to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. They obviously have a little bit of momentum, a little bit of confidence. That's one thing you heard Azeez Al-Shaair talking about. It's playing with confidence. It is a real thing. It can change the way that you feel about the way this football team is playing, and hopefully that's the case over the week leading up to the Ravens. A 1-3 start isn't very good. A 1-4 start clearly is worse. If they head into the off week at 2-3, an upset victory over the Baltimore Ravens, a win over a team you've clearly been trying to catch over the last several seasons, that would obviously go a long way. They didn't fix everything that ailed them in this one victory, beating arguably the worst team in the AFC and sending them to 0-4 and making a rookie quarterback look like a rookie quarterback. But they did what they had not been able to do. They played from in front, they dominated the football, and they finished a game that was 6-0 headed to the fourth quarter, turned into a 26-0 finish. Your Texans have a victory. We will talk about it on the A-Team all throughout the week, beginning at 2, and of course on the simulcast. You'll join us there at 3 o'clock. Sports Talk 790, Space City Home Network. We're coming to you from the field.